Hey, this is my first Washington D.C. out here video. I'm probably gonna walk around and go see some of the sites. It's gonna be like my homage to Dave Attell uh, After Dark, whatever the fuck that was called. But I'm sitting here. I'm by Union Station, North Capitol and East Street, and I just happen to be sitting here. Of course, I'm drinking, and fuck them. I don't even care if I get caught tonight, but whatever. Security guard already came out, and she looked at me. Oh crap! Just dropped that. That wasn't good. It don't matter. But let's show. I'm going to show you this one place. Now, this place is for. This is a Wells Fargo bank. I'm up on their ledge right now. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you the Wells Fargo. All right. You can't see it. It didn't come through because I got a shitty camera. But the significance of this Wells Fargo bank is the last time I was here in Washington, D.C., this bank stole my money. All right. I had corporate accounts opened up. I had all kind. I had another bank, but some mishap happened, and I came into this bank. Hold on, I got music. All right, it's really messing up my tribute to Wells Fargo. All right, sorry about that. All right, now that's all. But I came into this bank. Let's go look around it. It's a very nice bank. It's right here, and I don't really have any problem with Wells Fargo, but the problem was that I had deposited some money into this bank and in cash, and opened up 2 corporate bank accounts. And I came 3 days later, and I hadn't even touched the money. And Wells Fargo says your bank accounts have been closed and your money's been seized. Or they didn't say seized, they don't really use that. And I said, okay, that's fine. Can I have my money back? And they said, no, you can't have your money back because your account's under investigation. I said, why is my account under investigation? And they said to me, well, we can't disclose that information to you. I said, so basically I came in, gave you money, went through a process, you opened up a bank account with me, and now and I deposited cash in your bank, and I can't get my money out because and I said, why isn't it going to be open? They said, well, we can't give you the details of it. It's a business decision that we made. And they said, oh, we'll give you your money in 14 days. Well, it really screwed me the last time I was in here, DC. It was the last step. But it's really not an important factor now. I mean, I'm going to go look at some really cool stuff. I'm going to go sit in front of the Capitol building. We'll go see the Washington Monument. Maybe. I don't know. It's a walk by the pond. Maybe go see the Lincoln Memorial. There's really nothing going on in D.C. today. It's Columbus Day, so really nobody's in town or anything. Everything's kind of closed up. There's taxi drivers running around. There's not even homeless people out here, except for me. But other than that, there's really nothing going on. So this is the first video of the new format, I guess, because I did announce a new format, even though it looks like the same old format. It's the new old format. It's the old format, but with a new format. But, these videos would really be better if I had somebody to hold the camera, because I'd go up and we could go walk around and talk to people. But it's really hard to do like this. But pretty much, I just wanted to share my Wells Fargo experience with you. Now, I'm not telling you not to go to Wells Fargo Bank. I'm not going to tell you that at all. It's a reputable bank, but it's more the experience that I had the last time I was here in DC. It was really the breaking point of me having to leave the last time that I was here. And so, like, this spot to me is I don't know. It's an important spot. So now what I'm doing to get back at him, like I'm really getting back at him. It's my way of sticking it to the man, I guess. Is I'm sitting here in front of their bank drinking, and I'm waiting for customers to come up. oh yeah, the bank's not open, so there's no customers coming up. But whatever. But I feel like I'm getting away with something. So anyway, that's Wells Fargo. Uh, well, there's some people walking here, but no one's really coming by. I don't really have anybody to talk to, nobody to mess with, you know. But that's pretty much that. So my word of advice, though, to anybody out there and here's another thing about Wells Fargo, and a lot of people don't know it, and I don't really want to get into a big banking discussion with people about banks. For some reason I know a whole lot about banking and banks and how corporate things work. But with Wells Fargo Bank, anything that you put into Wells Fargo Bank, they hold your money, and so be warned about that. People are like, oh, corporate bank accounts, big corporations, their bank accounts. My biggest advice to anybody, if you're getting stuck with fees or anything, and I'm going to get killed for saying this, and I really shouldn't say this, go to your local credit union. All right? If you want a bank account, go to your local credit union. I really shouldn't be giving out banking advice today, but go to your local credit union and open up a bank account. If you want a business, if you're trying to run a business, if you're a juggalo out there or a juggalette or whoever, and you're trying to do some online business, the thing for you to do is to go to your local credit union. And the reason that you want to go to your local credit union is, first of all, the parameters for opening up a bank account are going to be something like, do you live here? Yes, I live here. I live in this town. And because you live in that town, because you live in this various town, you're a part of their community. And they want their money to stay inside the community. They're not a corporate bank. They're your local trusted credit union. They have a stake in the community. They're not nationwide. Now you're going to run it, well, not so much. You're probably going to have to get another bank. But as far as banking purposes, and if you need to get some kind of loan, or you want somebody to work with you or help you out in some certain way, they have more of a stake in helping you out than if you go to a big business corporate bank. If you go to a big corporate bank, that's more for the big boys. Now, if you're a small person, you're like trying, I see it all the time on the net. Like, you're trying to break into the music business. You're selling beads or whatever you're selling. You're selling clothing. Whatever you're selling on the internet, the bank that I suggest that you find your local credit union. All right? They're going to work with you. And you walk in there and sit down. And when you open up a bank account at a credit union, the deal is you're actually not opening up a bank with the credit union. All right? You're actually buying a part of the credit union. Now, and that's how the banks are originally supposed to work. When I go and I put my money into a bank like Wells Fargo, see, people get confused. I'm actually not buying a service for them. I'm putting money into that bank. They take that money and they put it in the stock market. It generates money for them. They actually work for me. They're actually making a lot of money off of me. That's why I have a problem with the fees that come along with the banks. But like I said, I probably shouldn't be saying this because, I'm trying to do bigger business. I don't want to piss off. I don't want to piss off Wells Fargo. I don't want to piss off anybody else for saying this kind of stuff. But when you go to the credit union, you bought a piece of the credit union. You own a piece of the credit union. Therefore, you could get voted onto the board of the credit union if you wanted to. You could lobby yourself to be on the board of the credit union. So when you sit down there and talk to them, you're going to get more of a personal stake, because their attitude towards a small business or their customer is going to be completely different. I completely went off on what I was going to talk about. I told everybody I'm just going to roll the video and talk about some stuff. I'm going to start talking about what I know, and I know about this stuff. So you go inside there and go to the credit union. If you're a small business, I'm just trying to help out the people that might watch this or might not. If you got a small business, you're trying to run it on the net, go to your credit union. Go to your local credit union. Now, and it really depends on what area you live in, but I would start with your credit union. Open up a bank account there. They're going to be more willing to give you a loan than this bank. I could get a loan out of this bank, but I know how to do it. But as far as somebody starting out, just that you're an artist, you're whatever, go to your local credit union. Sit down with your banker. He's there to help you. Let him help you. Go down and sit down and talk to him. He'll lay out what you need to do. So that's the scariest. That's the first part, and that's the thing that scares most people, like when they're trying to start up something or they're trying to do something. But that's just my personal experience with Wells Fargo. But I have a long history of personal experiences with banks and problems and whatever, So it is what it is. But and like I said, go to Wells Fargo. It's a great bank. I don't want to piss off Wells Fargo by any means, but if you're a small company or you're a small business and you're just trying to start out, I would start with your local credit union. Even if you're just a guy who is trying to get a car, or, I don't know, whatever else, and you don't have a whole lot of money, the credit union is the place for you to go. And I shouldn't be even repping credit unions because there's so many of them. I'm not going to get any money out of them. I should, never mind. Go to Bank of America and Wells Fargo. That's my plug. My plug's for Bank of America and Wells Fargo. The next thing I talk about, who knows? New format. I'm just going to talk about what I know. And I just happened to be sitting in front of this bank and I was thinking about it, and it was a pertinent moment for me. So that's what it is. Guys be good, man.